Have you ever felt a sudden warmth on your shoulder, a gentle breeze when the air was still, or the unmistakable scent of your loved one's favorite perfume drifting by for no reason at all? These moments aren't always just coincidence. Across cultures and centuries, people have believed that those we love never truly leave us. They find ways to remain by our side, guiding, comforting, and reminding us of their presence. Edgar Cayce and other spiritual teachers describe this as the continuity of the soul, a truth that transcends the limits of the physical world. When someone we love passes away, we're left with an empty space in our lives. But what if that space isn't as empty as we think? What if our loved ones are still here, just in a form we can't always see? The signs are often subtle, but once you start to notice them, they become impossible to ignore. The first sign is dreams that feel more real than reality. You may find yourself in a vivid dream where your loved one appears, not as a distant memory, but as their vibrant, living self. In these dreams, they might offer advice, reassurance, or simply a smile. Cayce often described dreams as the soul's meeting ground, a place where the living and the departed can connect without the boundaries of time or space. The second sign is unexplained sensations, a sudden warmth, a comforting pressure on your hand, or the feeling of someone sitting beside you when no one is there. These are moments where their energy brushes against yours, reminding you that you are still connected. The third sign is familiar scents with no source. The smell of their favorite cologne, the aroma of a dish they used to cook, or even the scent of the flowers they loved. These scents often arrive in moments when you're thinking about them, or when they're thinking about you from beyond. The fourth sign is significant coincidences, hearing their favorite song at the exact moment you needed it, finding a keepsake you thought was lost, or seeing their name pop up unexpectedly. Cayce referred to these as synchronicities, meaningful patterns arranged by the spirit world to remind us of love that endures. The fifth sign is animals behaving strangely around you. Pets, especially dogs and cats, are sensitive to energies we can't perceive. They might stare at an empty corner, wag their tail, or curl up beside what seems to be empty air, because to them, it's not empty at all. The sixth sign is electrical disturbances, lights flickering, devices turning on or off, or radios tuning themselves to a meaningful song. Spiritual traditions often describe the afterlife as a place of pure energy, and sometimes that energy interacts with the physical world in ways we notice. Each of these signs is like a whisper from beyond, a gentle reminder that love is not bound by the limits of the body. They aren't meant to frighten you, they're meant to comfort you, to let you know that your loved one's journey with you isn't over. Recognizing these moments requires a shift in perspective. You have to allow yourself to believe that there's more to life and death than what your eyes can see. You have to trust your instincts, that inner knowing that tells you when something extraordinary has just happened. If you've experienced these moments, you already know the truth. Your loved one is still with you, still guiding you, still loving you from a place beyond sight. And as we continue through this journey together, we'll uncover even more ways they make their presence known. If you want to keep discovering these spiritual truths and never miss a message from beyond, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you'll always be connected. The seventh sign your loved one is still with you is the sudden appearance of meaningful symbols. This could be a butterfly landing on your window on a day you're thinking of them, a particular bird showing up again and again, or even a feather appearing in an unexpected place. Across spiritual traditions, symbols are seen as the language of the soul, a way for the unseen world to speak directly to your heart. Edgar Cayce believed these moments were more than random. They were intentional markers, signposts left for you to notice. The eighth sign is hearing their voice, either out loud or in your mind. This might come in moments of silence, where a thought enters your mind so clearly it feels like it was spoken by someone else. It could be their laugh, a nickname they used for you, or a simple phrase you associate with them. Cayce described this as vibrational memory, the lingering frequency of a person's essence still resonating in your life. The ninth sign is feeling sudden, overwhelming emotions connected to them. You might be going about your day when, without warning, you're filled with a wave of love, nostalgia, or even peacefulness that's unmistakably tied to your loved one. These waves are often accompanied by a sense of presence, as if they've stepped into the room just to wrap you in an embrace. Sometimes these signs arrive during moments of difficulty, when you're making a hard decision, feeling alone, or questioning your path. Your loved one's spirit steps in, offering reassurance in ways that speak directly to your soul. Other times, they show up in your happiest moments, just to celebrate alongside you. It's important to note that not everyone notices these signs right away. Grief can act like a fog, making it harder to sense the subtle ways our loved ones reach out. But as time passes and the fog begins to lift, many people find that the signs were there all along. They just hadn't been ready to see them. Cayce often emphasized that our loved ones on the other side operate from a place of love without fear. They don't visit to haunt or unsettle us. Their visits are purposeful, aimed at comfort, guidance, and sometimes gentle redirection. The soul bond you share doesn't break when the physical body dies. It simply shifts into another form of communication. You may even notice that these signs cluster around certain dates, birthdays, anniversaries, or the day they passed. These moments act as energetic gateways, times when the veil between worlds feels thinner, making it easier for them to connect with you. One of the most remarkable things people report is the sense of just knowing, an unshakable certainty that their loved one is nearby. This is different from a thought or a memory. It's a deep internal awareness that can't be explained logically. Cayce taught that this is the soul recognizing a familiar energy, the same way we might recognize a familiar face in a crowd. Of course, skeptics might dismiss these experiences as coincidence or imagination, but for those who have felt them, the impact is undeniable. These moments change how you view death, life, and the invisible threads that connect us all. They remind us that love doesn't fade into nothingness. It transforms, adapts, and continues to guide us long after the physical goodbye. If you're open to receiving these signs, you can invite more of them into your life. This doesn't mean forcing experiences, but rather creating quiet moments where you can be present and attentive. Spend time in nature, keep a journal of unusual events, meditate, or simply speak to your loved one out loud. Let them know you're listening. The signs might not always come when you expect them, but they often come when you need them most. And when they do, they carry a message that's as old as the human heart. I am still with you. When we begin to truly accept that our loved ones are still with us, everything changes. The world feels less lonely. The moments of connection, whether they come as whispers, dreams, or subtle signs, become reminders that love transcends the limits of the physical body. We start to realize that relationships don't end at death. They simply evolve into something quieter, yet in many ways more profound. Edgar Cayce often described the soul as eternal light, moving through different states of being. In his view, those we've lost are not gone. They've simply stepped into another room of the same great house we all share. Sometimes they visit, sometimes they watch from a distance, and sometimes they walk right beside us, unseen but deeply felt. As you move through life, you may notice that these signs from your loved one appear in moments of personal transformation. A new job, a move to a new place, the birth of a child. These are all milestones where they might step closer, as if to say, "I'm here, I see you, I'm proud of you." Their presence can act as both comfort and encouragement, reminding you that your story is still unfolding and that they remain part of it. One powerful way to deepen your awareness of their presence is to honor them. This could be as simple as lighting a candle in their memory, visiting a place they loved, or carrying something that belonged to them. Rituals like these can serve as bridges between worlds, moments where you open your heart and mind to the possibility of connection. It's also worth remembering that signs may not always be what you expect. Sometimes they're small, an overheard phrase that feels like it was meant for you, a sudden song on the radio that makes you smile through your tears, a cloud in the shape of something meaningful. The more you notice and acknowledge these moments, the more they tend to happen. Cayce believed this was because recognition strengthens the energetic pathway, making it easier for your loved one to reach you again. For some, the most comforting sign of all is the sense of peace that washes over them at random times. It's not tied to any specific event, it just arrives, settling into your heart like a quiet assurance. That peace is their way of letting you know they are safe, whole, and still connected to you. There may be days when the grief feels heavy and the signs feel far away. That's okay. The bond you share is not measured by how often you sense them. It's measured by the love that exists between you, and that love is permanent. Even in silence, even in stillness, they are with you. And perhaps the greatest truth of all is this: the connection between souls is never one way. Just as they send you signs, you can send your love and thoughts to them. Speak to them in your heart, share your day, tell them you miss them or that you're grateful for the ways they shaped your life. Love is energy, and energy always finds its way home. So, when you feel the brush of a familiar presence, hear a voice that makes your heart leap, or find yourself smiling for no reason at all, trust it. These are not accidents. They are love, dressed in the language of the unseen. They are proof that the bond you share is unbreakable, across time, across space, and across the veil between worlds. Your loved one is still with you, always has been, always will be. What's the clearest sign you've ever felt that a loved one was still with you? Share it in the comments. I'd love to hear your story.